So believe it or not, I'm actually a contributing member of society. I actually like go outside. Like I've seen the sun. I've touched grass.
What the fuck up, you nasty bitch? I don't know how to fuck you jumping myself.
Oh! I even have a job. And I made the horrible mistake of working with the public in any capacity. And worse still, I work with them when they're at their worst, when they're hungry. I happen to work in food. Now, I don't work in your typical fast food joint, like McDonald's or anything like that. I'm not gonna say exactly where I work, because I still work there, and I don't want them to say anything about this. But to give you an idea of where I work, it's like Sky Zone, but better, respectfully. Right? And I work in the cafe there. And we serve a lot of different things in our cafe. And they all have varying degrees of, I won't say quality, because all of it's made well. It's more different degrees of what is annoying as fuck to sell and what is annoying as fuck to make. Right? Like some things, like an icy, you just fill up the cup. Light work. You know, the most difficult it can get is if the customer wants like 8 different flavors, which has happened more times than you think, but that's besides the point. Right? So we have a bunch of different flavors and things. There's a bunch of different things, options in the cafeteria that you can get. And the one I despise the most is popcorn. Let me tell you something. Popcorn is the most annoying fucking food ever to be conceived by fucking mankind. And we should stop selling it. I moved that we should ban the sale of popcorn immediately. It's the most annoying thing ever. And let me explain why. From the perspective of the person who has to deal with all of the aftermath. Reason 1. It's messy. Popcorn all the way around. It's just messy. From the time I put the kernels into the pot, which we will get back to the time it ends up in your hands, it's a mess, okay? First of all, the popcorn comes in this little bag. It's like split down. It's like a 75-25 split. 75% of the bag is kernels, the other 25 is butter, right? So you cut the bag down to the line where they're divided, then you pour the kernels in, then you pour the butter, and you turn on the mixer, like the heat, and then the motor, right? Let me tell you, the area that you can cut is literally about 2 millimeters. And if you fuck up either side, it's gonna be a mess. If you fuck up and you accidentally cut too far into the kernels, when you try and pour it out, they're gonna get all over the place, and you're gonna be stepping on them, and it's gonna hurt, or they're gonna get into the bottom of the warmer, the popcorn machine, and it's just a mess. And if you cut too far in the butter, then when you try and squeeze the butter out into the pan, which again, we'll get back to the butter, but if you try and squeeze the butter, it just goes everywhere and gets all in your hands, and it's sticky and it's slimy, and it's the most disgusting thing. And if you try to make some and you have a crowd, and you will have a crowd, you're trying to move fast, you have to stop to wash your hands, otherwise everything you touch will be sticky, and it's a nightmare. So that's the first part. Second part, while the stuff is actually popping, I don't know why, but popcorn has a tendency to just go fucking everywhere. And not just the popcorn, like the machine has a box, so it's fine. The popcorn can go wherever. It's the butter, it goes everywhere. And don't you dare try and watch that popcorn pop, because you will get splashed with just a golden, I won't say golden shower, it's kind of nasty, but just yellow, just golden fucking acid. It just burns, it gets all over the place, it pops all over, it's hot as fuck, it burns, it's horrible. It gets all over the glass on the inside, you have to clean it out, and it looks terrible, it's disgusting. Then you go to scoop it in, use a little scooper thing, popcorn still goes everywhere. Then you finally give it to the bratty ass customer, and I don't know why customers do this, but they will just gorilla grip the fucking popcorn. Like, I'm barely holding on to it, and they will just choke the life out of the bag. Like, geez, it's already dead, leave it alone, let it die. And then when they do it, popcorn goes fucking everywhere, because you don't need to put that much force onto it. So it just goes all over the counter and all over the floor, and guess who has to clean that up? Me. Speaking of cleaning up, let me tell you, popcorn is the single biggest trash maker, contributor to garbage in the entirety of the place that I work at. Every time I have to, so basically I have to go check the lobbies every 15 minutes for some reason. And every time I go out there, there's always just piles of popcorn just all over the place, all on the tables, on plates, all over the floor. Like, why did you get the popcorn if half of it was gonna end up on the floor? You paid like $4 for this popcorn. Are you stupid? Did you just waste half of your money for it to end up on the floor? That doesn't even make any sense. Like, how could you even? Okay. The average age of the people that go to my park is like 4, but still, it's crazy. Anyway, so it ends up all over the table and the floor, and it's a hassle to clean up there too. So popcorn is just messy, and I don't know why people love it so much. But it's messy as fuck, and it's a mess. That's all I have to say. It's a mess. Moving on. Second thing about popcorn, I already mentioned some of the things about it being annoying to make, but when I tell you, it's the most annoying thing ever to make. Not just because of all of the cutting and the popping everywhere, but you have to understand, popcorn is very fickle. Popcorn takes 7 to 10 minutes to pop, but don't you dare go a second over, because if you do, that popcorn will burn immediately. It will become a charred black mess, and it will stink, and it will stink. You might be thinking, oh, just pay attention, dumbass. Oh, the skill issue. Shut up. You don't understand. Let me lay out the scenario for you, okay? So it's a Saturday. You are packed house, 300 plus people in one place, too many children. Everyone's coming up to you, ordering everything on the menu. And you have to remember, your average customer is dumb as fuck. So they're sitting there, staring at the screen for 15 minutes trying to find out what they've been doing when they've been in line for half an hour. What are you doing? So they finally get to the counter. Sitting there 15 minutes looking at the thing, trying to run all the calculations, doing advanced trigonometry to try and save 30 cents on a combo. Please, for the love of God, just pick the combo. That's why it's made, because it costs less money. Just pick the combo. But anyway, they're doing their thing, taking up all your time, but you're having to take 400 orders. You're taking 2 people's orders. Then you have to go over, serve these people. You have to get these people food from the back. You have to refill. You have to tell somebody, no, refills are not free. No, you cannot get an icy with that card. It is a pizza and a popcorn. Go away. And all this time, the popcorn is still going because you need to keep it coming. You can't just stop it, right? But then, little problem. Buddy, popcorn cooked for 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and you left it in for 4 minutes and 35 seconds. You're fucked. So let me tell you, that popcorn will become a charred black mess. It's the most abhorrent thing ever. Because what happens is, so first of all, you can't use the popcorn, obviously. But it's not even the worst part, because you can pop more. Actually, no, you can't. You have to wait, because the inside of the thing is burned to a crisp. So if you try to cook any more popcorn, it will all just smell and taste like burnt shit. So you have to take it out and clean it and hook it back up. It's a whole 15-minute process, and it's the worst thing ever. But that's not even the worst thing ever, even though I just said it was. The real worst thing ever is the smell. My God, the smell. Everything wrong with this segment would be fixed if popcorn did not smell horrendous when it was burnt. Let me tell you, the other day we were really busy. I'm talking really busy. So someone put on the popcorn. It wasn't me, I swear.
Stop the cap.
Don't say that. I heard you. But anyway, someone put on the popcorn, and we all are getting busy. Hella people. We're 15 minutes go by. We're not paying attention because we're so busy. But then we see a fucking plume of just smoke rising. We're like, we are fucked. We go over to get the thing. I go over because everyone else is still taking orders. I go over to fix it. Whew. Man, I opened the thing and I swear on everything, my nose hairs were legitimately burning. People have said their nose hairs burn when something smells bad. I thought they were being hyperbolic. I felt like my nose hairs were actually personally being singed. It was horrible. It was so hot. The smell was rank, and it just rushed out like a wind, and it was, oh. And then that's not even the worst part. I mean, it is fucking nightmare fuel. But then the problem with the smoke is that it fills the entire park and it smells like shit, and everyone always got some shit to say about it. The managers come by, just bring the popcorn. Every fucking employee got something to say about it. How about you come back here and burn some popcorn? Well, don't burn it, but like, you come back here and cook the popcorn and take all these orders and try to remember that the popcorn is still popping. It's not gonna happen. It's so, it's insane, and it's annoying as hell. It's can't you tell I don't like popcorn? I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. And this is the last point, and this is gonna be the most controversial, I'm sure. But honestly, popcorn is not that good. I promise you, popcorn is not that good. Maybe I'm thinking of, maybe it's just the popcorn we have. Maybe I'm just bitter from having to make so much and it being a constant torment in my life. I'm 100% bitter. But I promise you, popcorn is not that good. It's not that good. It's just not. It's literally just salt and butter. And I use butter with the biggest quotations I can possibly muster, because it's not actual butter. Butter is made with milk and a bunch of other shit. The shit we have, there's no milk anywhere in any of the ingredients. And you think it's like fresh butter or something. No. The butter, it comes in a bag, the same bag as the kernels, and it's this little stick of yellow slimy paste. And you leave it out for too long, it melts, and it's just even gooier, and it's disgusting. I promise you, popcorn is not that good. Like, unless you get some gourmet shit, it's not good. Stop ordering. And it's like $4. It's not worth it. At that point, you can get like a pizza. You can get a pizza. You can get a drink. Listen, just stop ordering popcorn. That's all I'm saying. So in conclusion, popcorn is ass. We should outlaw it. Okay? We don't need popcorn. It's disgusting. It's not even worth the price half the time. Think about all the places you buy popcorn at, and think about the prices of those places. It's absurd. It's not worth it. Please, we as a society need to move away from a popcorn-based entertainment snack, like as a standard. We just need to move on. There are better things out there. Please, for the love of my nose hairs, please. That's all I've got to say. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. This was definitely different, but I just had to get that off my chest, because I've worked every day winter break, and every day I have to deal with popcorn, and my bitterness cannot be contained. I can't hold it back anymore. I have to vent about why I despise popcorn as a food. Not regular corn. Corn is fine, but popcorn. Me and popcorn have beef. That was stupid. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for watching. You should subscribe if you don't like popcorn. You should like the video if you don't like popcorn. You should like it if you do. You should leave a comment on why I'm a stupid idiot and I just need to get better at my job. And yeah, that's all I got for you. So, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna go burn some more popcorn. I'm out. Peace.
If this city was a kingdom, I'd want you to rule with me. Still worried for your safety after all that tomfoolery. And I know I'm probably freaking out foolishly. I just don't want the next thing that I write to be a eulogy in your honor. And I know you'd hate it too.